sea monsters.
There's a sign. People the moon.
Sea monsters. What, sea monsters? See, this fort wouldn't have done very well against ninjas.
Yeah.
Wouldn't? Borders, they had
Where's this one sign? It's pretty cool. I like the markings on them and stuff. Put the corners together. Yeah. Huh. Oh, it's the prison. You don't think it's the rat? You see the rat? That's cool. It's either a prison or they're keeping their food. That's neat. This crowd's there.
When I go there, well, it went off every time, then I ran off right. Oh no! You got a big long coat. Oh, I know. This whole weekend's been that way.
Pretty neat.
Where was recruiting a cook?
You gotta call me if you want to go lunch.
Well, you call me or email me when you think
What else
it's
we
time to
recruiting?
come up.
A cook and what else?
What's that?
A cook?
That'd be fun.
And a seamstress.
The seamstress. It's pretty neat. It is.
If you can make brownies, we'll love brownies. And eat the brownie meat a little bit, hide it a little bit more high. For me, I need 3 because I'm the Energizer Bunny. There's a long hike distance, so
Yeah. The uniform's real hot.
that's all wool.
Oh, wool in summer.
It's not bad. I mean, the undercoat's not bad, but nice.
Guessing the
Chicken coop.
no,
Kitchen.
No, the underground thing.
Underground.
Spring house.
Spring house.
Or root cellar. Oh, I was expecting a root cellar. Half a picnic table.
Guardhouse.
Yeah.
This is here. This is the guardhouse.
Okay.
Nice and cool.
Yeah, it's halfway underground. 4 men at post on watch, 8 men outside, inside resting.
Short stay. You got 5 swimmers. You already know them. Yeah. At least you know how they sleep. If not anything else, it's important. Yes.
Probably still getting warmed up.
Yeah.
Big kettle, huh? It says Forbes Hut.
What was it?
Forbes Hut.
Cleaning is done.
I can watch the fire.
My dad told me that
Yeah, hold it this way. That's the right way. Yeah, that's the right way.
Alright, now we can check these out maybe.
Maybe.
This is the safari.
Wow.
The North Storehouse.
Trust me, we've already had one accident. I don't want another one. Oh, jeez. Not jumping down after you. I jumped after him. Watch that bottom. Less. Hey, come on up. Hold on.
You gotta wait to go down. Lexi wants
It's
to
getting
take
pretty
it down.
crowded.
Straight ahead, I tell you.
We finally get to see it.
Some people might recognize it as the French and Indian War.
Right.
You've been here in 1758, you would have heard all kind of dialects.
Mm.
You would have heard people from England and Wales, Scots. When they first got here to build the fort, there were 1,500 soldiers. By the time that was in September. By the time the main army arrived under General Forbes, there were over 7,000 people there. I
Wow.
live in Ligonier. We don't have 7,000 people in this town. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And most people, when they come up here, they see the fort. It did not look like this. This is an actual sketch
Okay.
by the officer that built the fort. At this time, for this weekend, this is looking this way.
Yeah.
Okay.
There were no walls, okay?
Hmm.
They cut down trees and stacked logs about the height of the soldier's shoulder
Okay.
for protection. That's this area inside the fort.
Okay.
They built this because they needed a headquarters, and these two long buildings were in construction because they had to put their storage.
How long would it take? Well, if there were that many people, like would everybody chip in and like a building would be done?
Everybody worked, yeah, because you had
Like a week
soldiers
or-
on duty, patrols, because there was always the threat of attack. And then construction, that was the big thing. And I mean, that's what it looked like when the French and Indians attacked it, and soldiers were camped inside here in tents. So picture 1,500
Okay.
soldiers and there were women with them, you know, following that. But when you look at this, like if you just look at that beam right there,
Yeah.
there's nothing original exists at this fort. It's all reproduction.
Oh, wow.
But that beam, if you was to take a GPS, that beam is exactly where it's supposed to be. The fort, all the buildings are exactly where they're supposed to be because the architect, the engineer that built this fort, Harry Gordon, Colonel Bouquet, when the British were like the Romans, everything was documented.
Okay.
And they documented every single thing, coordinates and so forth. They documented how it was built. The reason we know this was the archaeologist in the 1950s, Jacob Grimm. If you're around here, you got Grimm's Pharmacy. Was the archaeologist. They actually, after they purchased a few lots, they started doing archaeological digs to find. And he went over to England. He found the actual archives that shows everything how this place was built.
That's pretty neat.
Now, this is all conjectural. You know, it's correct, the stuff that we put here, but we don't know what they had. You know, so you're looking at the fort and everything here as where it exactly stood. And it played, you know, from 1758 to 1766, it played quite a bit of history. From 1758, 59, this fort was under attack quite often. And finally in 1766, when the wars were over, until the Revolutionary War, the British government decommissioned. There has never been any other flag that flew over this fort other than the British flag.
Wow.
Okay.
They took the flag down, and after that, you know, they turned it over to the Pennsylvania proprietaries, which were still British at that time. And they used it as a storage place, and they, like their highways, they like just crumble and fall apart. Now by the Revolutionary War, Ligonier was quite settled, and it was a cultivating ground for attacks by the Indians and the British, who are not bad guys. And they needed protection, so they came back up on the hill and they rebuilt the fort, but nothing like, it would have been a stockade, and people in times of danger would have stayed in huts or tents. And then finally, you know, as time progressed, it fell into disrepair. As a little kid, I can remember there was nothing, there were houses and stuff like that.
So they take down like more modern houses to build this then?
Well, by the
For
1950s, there were houses. In fact, where that wall is right there, there was a house set right there. The Historical Society bought
I was gonna say they've had to rebuy.
a lot, and then they bought a couple more lots. You know, the houses that were here.
Wow.
At one time, where Route 30 is,
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
the creek was there.
Right.
We used to, when we'd come up here, people used to still swim off the big rocks.
Wow. It's 429.
I think so. We had the worst spot for the first part.
I'm like, go! I was thinking Jim Wallace myself.
Oh.